What's up, guys? Welcome back to another backtesting video. This one is going to be a little bit different than all of my previous ones. I'm going to be backtesting over CPI from the other day because I did take a loss on CPI and I want to kind of go over why I took that loss, and I'm going to backtest to see what I should have done better. So here, this is right before CPI 829. CPI comes out at 8:30. First, I'm going to go over higher time frame bias. Here we have a 15-minute fair value gap. And we also are coming off of a 4-hour from down here. See that wick there? So we do have good momentum into this 15-minute, and we have inversed this one that we already took the liquidity. So we inversed this bearish one here, took out this liquidity, but we do have good momentum going into this next 15-minute. So not really bearish, not really bullish yet. Don't really know. We could reject this fair value gap, but we do have good momentum here. So no real bias yet. Probably more bearish than bullish because this is a bearish fair value gap. But yeah, don't really know yet. If we inverse this, then I would be bullish until we take out this, I guess. But right now, kind of a mixed bias. So I'll go back on the 1 minute. Boom, right here, we take out this liquidity from the 15-minute with CPI, and we also create this data low here. But this data low also creates an equal low. So one thing I do remember is that I was very fixated on this getting hit, because not only was it a data low, it was also an equal low. So I did really want this to get hit. So we'll just take into consideration that I really wanted this to get hit here. So now what I'll be doing is I'll be looking for a short. Looking for a short setup here. Kind of just pushing up here. Have a little leg down. So if we get a sweep of this with a short setup, that'll be a good setup to take here. We're almost to this. Okay. Now we are at the end of this 15-minute candle. So looking at this next 15-minute candle that just closed, what do we have here? We absolutely destroyed this fair value gap here. Now we're in this next 15-minute here. So we could reject this 15-minute. So could be bearish here, could be bullish. We just destroyed this fair value gap. We do have a lot of momentum, but we could reject this next 15-minute here. If we inverse it though, I'll be looking for us to take out this. So go back to the 30-second. I'll look to see if we get a short setup here. Not really anything yet. Let's check the 1 minute. Didn't really look at that. Nothing really. If I go in the 30-second, this fair value gap, but it is way too small. 0.75 points, not using that. That does go down. But again, that fair value gap was too small to use. We do have this 1 minute that we could get a long, because we are really far from this data low now. We are 60 points away from this fair value gap here. Or not from this fair value gap, sorry, from the data low. We're over 60 points away from it. So we are really far. We have a 1 minute fair value gap. We also have a 2 minute. So I'll draw that out. Let's go forward one. Let's check the 30-second. Okay. I'm going to check the 3 minute as well. We do have a 3 minute. The 3 minute does get inversed here. We have a liquidity sweep of this. And we do have delivery from this. And with that previous inverse of this 15-minute down here, it does show good momentum with how big that candle was. So this won't be a bad trade to take. So I'll go ahead and take this with a 50 tick stop loss. To risk $500, I have to use 2 contracts. Target 2R, with this being my break even. 1R for partials. So I'll just put this here. Let me do it from the top down, just so. All right, here we go. So enter in with 2. Oh my gosh, gotta go back. Oh my gosh. All right, so we enter in here with 2. Boom. Don't take internal yet. Then right here, take out internal, stop loss at break even. Now, one thing I do want to check, did we get stopped at break even there? We took out break even right here, and we came back and we touched break even. So if you got filled there, it would have been stopped at break even. So if I go back to right here when I entered in with 2. Oh my gosh. Entered in with 2. Break even did not get taken out. Break even got taken out there. And then got stopped at break even. So that trade would have been stopped at break even if it filled it, or depending on how your order got filled. If your entry got filled down here, you wouldn't have gotten stopped at break even. Really just depends on how you got filled there. But that trade, I'm going to count it as break even on the 3-minute. And then now this is at 9. So let me go back real quick. I want to check the bias on the 15-minute. Let me close that out. It's just kind of annoying the way backtesting works. You have to go back so it doesn't kind of spoil it. If I go on 901, it'll tell me what the next candle did when I go on the 15-minute. So I got to go 8:59. All right, let's go on the 15-minute. This candle didn't really do much, so could be bearish here, could get some rejection here. Let's see what happens. Let me actually check higher time frame. Let me check 1 hour. On the 1 hour, not really much. We inverse this 1 hour down here. 15 minutes still doing the same thing. So let's see. I'm gonna go back on the 1 minute. Let's see. We get a sweep here. All right, we get a sweep here. Don't really have anything to take a trade off of. We have these 2 minutes. We do have a 3-minute there. This one right here. But multiple fair value gaps now, so no setups here. Just watching on the 30-second at this point. Price keeps pumping. All right, let's see if we get something here. Maybe this. No inverse there. And now it's 9:15. So let me go right here and let's check the 15-minute. 15-minute has now inversed this. These data lows are over 100 points away. So no reason for me to be focusing on these data lows anymore. So I'm just going to take that off. I'll get rid of this fair value gap. We have now inversed this 15-minute. So I should be looking for longs until we take out this higher time frame sell or buy side liquidity, right? So I'll mark that. Let's go back to the 1 minute and let's look for a setup to this buy side liquidity. 30-second. I really just want to kind of see a pullback, maybe a sweep or delivery from something to get a setup here. So we have a pullback Any delivery from any fair value gap here? No real delivery. Let's see. From a 3-minute, nothing really. So no trade there. Let's see. Yeah, market's open at this point. Let me check the new 15-minute candle here. Market just opened. Let's check the new 15-minute candle. This next 15-minute candle is showing some momentum as well. So let's keep looking at this, looking for longs. Want to get a pullback though, maybe a sweep, because we do have these equal lows here. We want something to give us a setup to this buy side. All right, let's check this on the 30-second. No fair value gaps there. All right, and then we take out that liquidity there. Now I know this is in hindsight, but we did have a sweep of these equal lows here. Or not equal lows. Is that equal lows? That's not equal lows. We did sweep this swing low here. So could have taken something there. But didn't. But now we've taken out this buy side. And now we're at all-time highs. So once we're at all-time highs, pretty much just looking for longs. So we do have delivery from this. Maybe an inverse of this. Let's see. Inverse takes out internal, so no setup there. Maybe some form of delivery. No real delivery here. Was there delivery actually? No, there was not. I mean, delivery off this 2-minute. Delivery off that 2-minute. I did not see that. And on the 1-minute. Let me go back actually. That was a, oh no. It took internal. I forgot. All right, so we do still have delivery off that 2-minute. So this could have been a possible setup. Delivery off the 2-minute. With about 70 tick stop loss. So I'd use about 2 contracts. That'd be a little bit more than risking 200 or 500 bucks. So we could get in there. Break even here. And draw out our partials like this. All right, there we go. Stop loss to break even, or 1 tick above break even to cover fees. And then boom, right there. Close one off. And then 2R. That one would have worked. It's a little bit weird because the delivery is on the 2-minute and then it kind of pulls back here. So it is a little weird with that. If you're willing to take that risk of it looking like that. But we'll keep looking for maybe a better setup. Let's see. As we get to 9:45. All right. Let's check the new 15-minute. Just took out buy side. Almost at all-time highs now. Thought we were at all-time highs already. Looking for us to take out this buy side then. Let's check the hourly. So at this time, we haven't inversed it already, but we are up about here. So we do have a lot of momentum right now through this hourly. So we'd be looking for this buy side at this point. So this trade would have went along with our bias. Take out this buy side. Still looking for longs. Took out that buy side already. Only other buy side now is all-time high. So let's put this here. All right. Now here, we don't, do we have delivery? We have to have delivery. Yeah, delivery on the 2 minute. Inverse on this 1 minute with triple equal eyes. Though that is a really high inverse. Probably would have taken the 30-second just because of that 30-second has such a big fair value gap. All right, so we'll enter here with one contract because this stop loss is going to be really big. About 80. Break even right here. That's a really close break even. And we are at all-time high, so I don't think I would do break even there. I would do 2R break even at all-time highs. So boom, we do take out all-time highs there. And then right there, stop loss at break even. And you can hold. I would close one we only have one contract. So I'm not going to close one because we don't have any other one to close. So I'll just target 1R since I only have one contract. Put the take profit there. And boom. Forgot I only had one contract. If I was using 2, I would have cut one here and left the other one to 2R just because we're at all-time highs. All right. Now we're at all-time highs. So at this point, just looking for longs. See if we get another long setup. We have a pullback here. No setup. Just some chop. Now we get a sweep of this. We have a 1 minute. Very small though. That wouldn't take that 1 minute. See, we have a 30-second here. This one looks good. A sweep and delivery. Swept these equal lows. Delivery. Off of this. If we get the inverse. All right, so no setup off that. Let's see. Anything here? No fair value gaps to look for a setup off of there. Have one here. Probably a 1 minute as well. We do have a 1 minute here. Swap these equal lows. All right, we inverse it right here. Stop loss at about 100. So only one contract here to risk about 500. Targeting all-time highs. Break even right here. All right, stop loss at break even here. We set up the take profit at all-time highs. And stop that break even there. Though we do have another setup here I'm interested in. Boom. Probably a little bit bigger, like 65 about probably. So I'll use 2 contracts. That's risking a little bit more than 500. Break even right here. That's a really close break even. But we'll take one off at all-time highs, though it's not the best risk to reward. And full take profit at 2R. Wait, real quick, before I do this. Okay, there is no 2 minute. Almost stopped out there, and then that would be a stop out. would be a loss. I do want to see if we had an SMT there or something. So I will check on ES. What time was this set up? 10:48 on Wednesday. Let me check. I already drew it out. It's connected. It's the same chart. So here, let me go back. Right, it's right here. All right. And it's on the 1 minute. So let's check it on ES on the 1 minute. Let's go back right here. Let's see what the, all right, right here. It's this liquidity. There is an SMT. So let me go back right here. When we enter, I would see this SMT and I would not enter actually. No entry would be made with this SMT. Because I would see that it was already taken. And this would be a bearish SMT, which goes against my trade. So there would be no trade. So that's why that one failed. And there would be no trade there because of that SMT. Now I'll go back on here. Let me fix this. I don't like having all these on my screen. Why are all these here? I have to go back. All right. I'll delete this. Look for any setups here to take out all-time highs. Maybe the 30-second. We do have kind of a dump here. And the reason I'm not checking for bias right now is because there isn't really much to look at. We're at all-time highs. So nothing really to look at. Just pretty much looking for longs when we're at all-time highs. Unless we get a massive pullback, then I'd check for like a higher time frame. But maybe a 5-minute here. Unless we have a 15-minute for value gap. No 15-minute for value gap. So we do have a 5-minute setup here. We swept this. We do have delivery from the 15-minute. I don't really like taking 5-minute setups, but I'll take it and do like that. So I'll do one contract. We'll take profit right here. A break even also at this internal. Or I'm not gonna lie, the internal being that that far, I would probably just do this. So stop would be at break even already. And then full take profit there. And at this point, it's 11:10. Market AM session is over. And that would be it. Don't really know how I took a loss. I took a short because I was so fixated on this data low here. Wasn't really thinking about higher time frame bias, which is something I need to focus on more. Wasn't really looking at my bias. Wasn't looking at the fact that we're at all-time highs or the fact that we were 100 points away from this. Pretty sure the setup I took, it was this right here. Let me do this. It was this setup, which honestly isn't a bad setup. But if we go back to reflect on this trade, what was the most recent candle that closed? It was the 9:30 that closed on the 15-minute for bias. And this 9:15 or 9:30 candle, we had just inversed this and we had this higher time frame liquidity to target here. So Going over this failed trade here. No reason for me to take that. Was it on the 30-second? No, it was on the 1 minute. It was this short here, but there's no reason for me to, or no, it wasn't this. Sorry, I don't know. Higher time frame was telling us that we wanted to go up. No reason for me to be looking for shorts with this much momentum inversing this. That was the trade I took. Went back over it. Saw how I should have taken this day, how I should have traded this day. But yeah, that's it for this video. If this helped you guys, I mean, I hope sharing my mistakes with you guys and showing things like that will help you guys from prevent you guys from making those mistakes. Hope you guys learned something in this video. Leave a comment if you guys have any suggestions, and leave a like if this video helped. Subscribe, join the Discord, and I'll see you guys later.